thing to hold on to so I don't drop my phone. That would not be a good idea. Just wanted to come on. The birds are chirping. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Snow is melted. I don't know what degree it is, what temperature. It's probably about 50, 55. If you're in an area where they have a Dairy Queen, we went and got our free ice cream scoop from Dairy Queen, and we had the mint chip hard shell, and it was absolutely delicious. They said they were going to charge like $1 for the extra hard shell, but our place didn't charge an extra $1. So if you have a local Dairy Queen, check and see. Hi, Shika. Check and see if they have a free scoop. So we went and got our free scoop. It's just beautiful. Look at that. Not pretty, absolutely beautiful. So, oops. So I thought, we're going to face this way because there's the sunset in there. It's just so pretty. I thought I'd just come out. It was just so pretty, and the birds are just chirping. I thought we'll come out here for a few minutes and just chit-chat. I'm still in soap caddy land. I'm telling you. I did finish one of the blankets. I have to finish 1 out of 2 that have to get done. So I did finish that. I didn't bring my stand because we just got back, and I thought, oh, I'm going to go sit over there and just show everybody the beauty that is in front of us. So I did finish one of the blankets. I got that done today and got that all glued and so forth. So that just has to sit. I have to finish one other blanket. I still have soap caddies that I'm trying to finish. I did kind of get the ones that I'm mailing out to Georgia. I've got the ones for the gentleman in our neighborhood, the ones that are going down to Beyond Measure Market next week, kind of set. And I'm just, now after doing them last night, I have an idea of what colors I need. And I looked and I said, I'd like to give a sample of each color. There's 46, something like that, I counted, of all the colors I can get through Hobby Lobby for the cotton yarn. So it's almost impossible for me to do 46 colors, and I thought eventually I want to have all the 46 colors at home, but that'll just have to be a work in progress. But the only one that I really don't do much on the bottoms with, and that's not including is the white, and that's not including the white. So I think there's like 47 cotton colors that Hobby Lobby has. So I thought, well, because I wanted to give, especially the lady in Georgia, like one of each color. I'm like, I can't do that. Hi, April. Welcome on in. You could put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. So I'm like, that's totally impossible. So I think, too, if anybody orders them from our Fourth Wall store, Soap Caddies, so far, so good. We went and got our free scoop from Dairy Queen. It was delicious. We got the mint chip hard shell on it, so we got our free scoop. Hopefully your day is going well, too, as well. If anybody orders a soap caddy from us, we let you choose the bottom unless you're getting a custom one, and then we'll work with you. But what I'm going to do is link the Hobby Lobby I Love You Cotton Yarn link, and it will have all the colors, and that way people could let us know, like, I want the first one with whatever the bottom color is, the solid color. I want this color, my first, second, and third on the first one, and then if you order 2, I want first, second, and third on this. Hi, New Times, New Beginnings, and the third, and so forth. And that way, you guys can go to the Hobby Lobby website, look at the link that I put in there for the cotton yarn, and go through and you can see all the colors that they have, without me necessarily having to list all the colors and find a way to put them up, realizing that at times there can be discounted colors, or that's why I said if you order, I'm going to change it when I go into the merch store and let people know. That's why I want you to kind of choose, well, this is my first choice, my second choice, or my third choice on the first one. because if I go there and they don't have your first choice, then I'm going to go for the second choice. So that's the way I'm going to have to work it. But I thought I'll let the lady know in Georgia. I'd love to have given you all the colors, but I'm not giving you 46 complimentary soap caddies. So I thought, it was like, man, there's a lot more colors than I thought of. So that's the way we're going to work it if you do it. If you do a custom order, we will work with you to choose a lot. The only time we really do, I mean, I can use white. I will put that on the bottom, that we can use white as a bottom color. I don't recommend it because it's almost kind of like, I thought about it today, it's kind of like a white shirt, you know, you after a while it kind of gets a dingy white a little bit. And you know, that'll happen after use of the soap caddy with the white, and especially on the bottom. And you don't want to, you know, put these in bleach, or you're going to ruin the entire soap caddy. So I really don't want to use white as the bottom color. We use white when we're doing our American flag soap caddies. We do ones for Christmas. We have Christmas soap caddies, Grinch soap caddies, and I can even do one that's like Hanukkah, you know, colors with the blue, the dark blue on the bottom, the light blue on the top, and then of course the white in the middle. So anyway, that's kind of the route I thought I'd go. That way people, when they're choosing the bottom, will have all the colors to kind of see them without me having to do it. And if I don't have it on hand, then I will go to Hobby Lobby and get it. And that's it. And if they don't have the color, then I can have a couple options to choose from. So I'm in the mix of that. I've got to get the towel caddies finished. I'm going to work on them tonight, the two that have to go to the store, because I really want to get those to the Minute Market or the Beyond Measure Market next week. And I have another lady that I'd like to give some to, so I want to do that next week as well. And then I've got stuff for, I'm the lady in charge of decorations for an upcoming event, and so I'm going to be busy doing that. I've said to myself, I've just kind of got to get a little schedule going. Not a schedule, but a list of everything that needs to get done, or I'm going to forget something. Just see it. I've got some things I can check off and say that's done. Hi, Elevator, welcome on in. Yes, he has. And of course, on this channel, I do devotions. I do songs. I'm telling you guys, that song that I made, and I hope you all got a chance to watch the short, that song that I did, that said, I Can't Stop My Hallelujahs, has just been so impactful for me. Take a moment as we watch the sunset to talk about it, because for me, it says to me, you know what? I can't stop my hallelujahs. And so I remember the verse parts of it where it says rain. Yes, I agree with that. You know, the rain and the sun and the, you know, whether it's raining, whether it's storming, whatever it's doing, I'm going to praise your name. I'm going to be singing the hallelujahs. I can't stop the hallelujahs. And so when I say that, when I'm kind of going through a difficult day or I'm going through a struggle, it has really helped me to kind of put a little smile on my face. Now, from day one, and my mom and I have said, whenever we're doing anything that is faith related, we do it by video so that people can watch it when they watch it. We put up shorts that are, faith-based as well. But when we're doing lives, we don't totally focus on it unless we're going to church sometimes. But I've always wanted to make sure that everybody, no matter what they believe, always feels welcome to come in here. Your beliefs all are respected, and we all just want to make sure that everybody connects. You guys can put hashtag blessed on the chat. We want people to connect with your channel. If you feel a certain way, that's fine. We want to respect everybody coming in. We want to be able to welcome everybody. And yes, I am a Christian, but when we're doing lives, we can talk about it, but we want to do it in a respectful manner. We want to make sure everyone feels welcome, no matter what they believe, because the basis of it is, and always is for this channel, that connection really does make a huge difference. And we want everybody to come in, we want everybody to feel welcome, and we want to be able to respect everybody's views and feelings. And so that's kind of what we've done, and we'll continue doing that. And so I don't hide my faith under a bushel. I let people know where I stand. They know where I stand. But, as I've been kind of thinking of that song, and I'm going to be doing a speaking version of that. I've got the sorrow videos to put together to make that happen. But I don't care if you have a belief in a higher power or Jesus or whatever it is. Find something, if you're not someone that believes in that. When you're struggling, when you're having a difficult day, find something to kind of lean on. Like I've been able to say lately, hey, I'm going through this. I'm not going to stop my hallelujahs. Do I know who can take care of it? I know who I need to lift it up to. But find something to be able to sit there and say, okay, I'm going through a struggle. I'm going through a difficulty, but, I can feel peace about this. And it's hard for me to understand how other people that aren't walking with Jesus can do that. But I know they can. They have certain beliefs on certain things, and that's fine. And I don't have to totally understand it. I can respect it and welcome people and still have them be my friends, which is what we all want to do here on this channel. But, find something to say to yourself, in your mind when something starts happening, when you're going through a storm in your life, when you're going through struggles, when you're going through difficulties, when good thing happens, whatever it is, to kind of say, okay, wait a minute. Have a phrase or something to say to yourself, right? As you're going through it, to be able to put a little smile on your face, whatever it may be. Find something to say in the midst of this whole thing, I'm going to look at this. And so it's helped me to kind of have that phrase in my head to just say, I can't stop my hallelujahs when I'm kind of getting discouraged or I'm in pain or I'm struggling that day, whatever it is. Find something, if you're not somebody that believes in that, to have ready at you in your toolbox to be able to go, okay, something, and it puts a smile on your face, whatever it is. I know that when I'm going to have a panic attack or anxiety, which unfortunately comes with fibromyalgia, one of the things that the therapist told me is, what can you find as far as like a safe space or a safe place, something that you think of or a picture in your head or your mind that you can go to and kind of close your eyes and get there. And for me, it was actually Graceland, which is Elvis's home. I can tell you all that it is the most peaceful surroundings when you go there, and there's a certain place, especially with the horses running, which they still have horses on the property. It is just so peaceful. You know why, especially in the meditation gardens, why Elvis loved that place so much. But I have been through Graceland more times than I can count on my hands. I've been through 3 Elvis weeks, so I've been through Graceland a few times. And I can literally walk through, as I'm walking through the door, I'm walking, around all the areas and around the grounds. And usually by the time I get, to the pool area and to the meditation gardens, I've usually calmed myself down. So, put something in your head, something in your mind that when you're kind of going through a struggle or you're going through a difficulty, you can just say, here. And I can tell you that I can't stop the hallelujahs, or it has just been such, for me, it's something that I have repeated more than once over the past week since I created it. Okay, Lord, I can't stop the hallelujahs today. I just can't stop no matter what's going on. And for me too as well, if there's a person in your life that was really impactful for you, think of them. And I'll tell you why in that sense of that. My grandfather, his name was George, and he had multiple sclerosis. And so he had to get up a lot of times with the aid of a lift, or the aid of assistance and help. He couldn't dress himself eventually and do all those things. And he has been my inspiration for many years, especially as I'm dealing with this chronic pain and chronic illness with the fibromyalgia, is I have just said, okay, Papu, that's what I called him, which is grandfather in Greek. If you could get up and you had to get up with the aid of a lift, if you couldn't scratch your own nose, if you needed help with everything, hi Sandy, I know, that's why I brought people over here. Isn't it beautiful? If you had to have the aid of everything, you had to have somebody scratch your nose and help you up with the lift and all those kind of things. I can get up, right now. It hurts and I'm in pain and everything, but I can do it because you could do it. You had to wait for everything. You had to wait for help. But I can do it. And he passed in 97. He has been so much of an inspiration before he left this world and after. And I miss him. I wish my Papu could be here still. But I know I'll walk with him one day in heaven, that's for sure. But guys, whatever it is that motivates you, whether it's a song, whether it's a song, or whether it's a phrase, or whether it's like walking through, like I do when I'm starting to get nervous or something, I walk through Graceland. Whatever it may be, or a person in your life, have that in your toolbox to just go, okay, I'm going to hit that, right? I'm going to get that. Because it does make a difference. And, I've got a song coming out. I have to finish it. I have to put it together. And I just soap caddy Lane right now. And I have two versions coming out. One version is faith-based and the other one's not. And the reason I do that is because I want to inspire everybody. I don't expect people to always believe what I believe. I want to respect everybody. I want to be friends with everybody and love everybody. But the thing is that it is a phrase I heard during the women's conference, and it says, you can't move over here. I didn't think of that earlier because that sun is just setting so beautifully. And that is just gorgeous. That's why I moved here, because it's so pretty. They said this during the conference, and it is, you can't, what was it now? I can't remember what it is. Oh, even broken crowns can color. And that's so true, because I think we all feel sometimes broken. We feel sometimes, hi Alfonso, we feel sometimes as if we're broken or if we're not good enough. And we forget that broken crowns can color. You can be broken. We're sometimes broken people. We're sometimes going through a difficult time, but we can still, broken crowns, if you take them and try to color with them, you're still going to color beautiful things. And so I hope that inspires somebody, that you may feel broken. You may feel like, hey, I'm no good, or I've messed this up again, or whatever it is, and I'm just broken. But you still can make beautiful things, even as broken people. And sometimes we're stronger than others. Sometimes we have difficulty. I mean, look at those clouds, guys. Look at them. Aren't they beautiful? And I love the concept of that. I'm going to look forward to putting the song together to remind everybody. I got to change arms. My other arm is getting a little sore. I should have brought my thing out here, but we went and got our free, what was it? Our free scoop from Dairy Queen. And so we came back, and I saw the sun, and it wasn't too cold out, and so I'll come sit out here. So maybe tomorrow we can come out here for a little bit. But we're also going to do that lace project I want to do. But again, sometimes we feel broken, but we can still make beautiful things. We can still, make beautiful connections and beautiful friendships, and, do beautiful things through difficulty. There was, and I think too, sometimes when we feel as if, it's just going through a difficult time. I was watching a reel the other day, and this gentleman that has this YouTube channel, and he goes around from time to time to people's and knocks on their door to find somebody that paid rent. I thought, I wish he'd knock on our door. And he just asked this gentleman, he said, you know what? He said, how much do you rent? And the gentleman says, yes. He said, how much is your rent? He said, the gentleman said, $1,200. And he reached into his pocket and pulled out $1,200 and handed it to him and said, here you go. He started crying. He said, you won't believe it. He said, I'm in transitions of jobs. He said, rent's tomorrow, and I didn't have it. I thought, now believe what you believe, karma, whatever it is. This gentleman happened to be, the gentleman he was giving the money to happened to be a Christian. He goes, the Lord takes care of us. And I'm like, amen, hallelujah. That at the very last moment, somebody stepped in to help this man out. And I'm thinking, we all don't have $1,200 to maybe do that. But you know what? A smile goes a long way. It's free. Maybe if you have an older neighbor, bake some cookies and stop off and maybe sit and talk to them. Maybe they have nobody else to talk to all day. Maybe they're alone, or they are, maybe they don't have somebody to talk to, and just ask them, hey, can I sit with you? Can I talk with you? You have no idea what those things do. Smile at the cashier. Tell them, thank them for doing such a wonderful job. I went to Walmart the other day. I ran into the most amazing cashier. She was just all smiles. And, and I just told her, I said, what, just don't stop, the doctor that did Josh's little procedure the other day, we got the results back. It's not cancerous. It wasn't a cancerous little cyst. So that is a blessing. Hallelujah for that. It came back benign. So that was good that he didn't have to worry. The doctor did take it out, but he also wanted to make sure there wasn't any issues with it being any kind of cancerous cell. So thank you for that one, because that was just a thing too behind the scenes that we were like, well, this could have a little bit to it, but it wasn't. It was just a benign cyst. But, we can do so much good just in lifting people up. And I said to the lady, thank you for having a smile on your face. She said, I've only been here for like 2 days or 13 days. And she said, I'm determined to put a smile on people's face every time they leave my register. And I'm like, amazing. Thank you. I've been a cashier. I know the struggle. I know the difficulty. Smile. Maybe have something in your purse if you make if you do any kind of crochet, like I'm going to start carrying some of our soap caddies. And like the lady that was at the Walmart, I'd have handed her one yesterday. And if I go back and she's there, and I should have written down her name because I would have found her, but I will know her if I see her for sure. I'm going to hand her one, and it's just, it's like, even with the event coming up, if you have someone, if you're doing a baby shower or a wedding shower or something like that, reach out to the people in your circle that may be crocheting. Ask them if they have any crochet items they can do, because you can hand those out. I mean, we're putting in mugs and other things for the little, that's one thing I forgot to do. I have to ask somebody, in the gifts, in the gifts and the giveaways and stuff. But I wanted to make sure there was some handmade stuff. I got to come up with another game. I don't know which game yet. I know one game I'm doing, but I got to think of another game. If I ask somebody, they'll just tell me, oh, you figure it out. It's a little overwhelming life right now, but it's okay. So guys, you know, we are so blessed in so many ways to just have beautiful connections, being able to just sit here, take a moment, and just look at this beautiful sunset that's in front of you just setting. It's just amazing. I wish I had brought out my stand because, man, it's just been gorgeous to sit here. I'm not looking forward to spring. I will never look forward to spring. I won't. Partly because of the storms. I am looking forward to summer, though. There's a reason why, but I'm looking forward to summer. And I think I've come with, I kind of was in a little bit of a, that, you know, in just not a dark place. I wouldn't say that. I went through a difficult time. And I think I'm coming out of it. I think I'm coming out of the tunnel. I think I went through a dark time. And that was just because my pain level was up. There was a lot of stuff going on in the background. And I'm slowly kind of coming out. So we're going to be doing, if we do come out crochet, we're going to still be doing soap caddies. I'm trying to get to the point in the stash that I have of yarn to literally go through and do as many as I can. So I've got some stock built up and then start buying new stuff. There was a while back ago, there was a clearance on Hobby Lobby, and Yarn Bee was the one, and they had it for like $1.49, and I grabbed like some substantial cotton yarn, salmon color, blue, green, and gold. I just finished up the gold, and I can't remember, I had like 7 or 8 of like each one, pretty substantial, and the salmon color, which I can only use with like 1 or 2 colors. It's not one that can be used with too many of them. Of the printed yarns that I use on the top. That one, I have 4 of those left, and I have 1 more whole skein of blue left. And so I'm going to go through what I have, and I'm going to crochet till I finish literally the entire yarn in my stash before I get new, which I've never done. I was going to get more yarn, but I will eventually. But they're like, well, I only get them when they're 30% off, but still. I can get I did it when I was doing for this upcoming event. I did an example, and it was like 10. Was it 10? I was able to get like 9 or 10 out of each one as far as soap caddies go. So I was able to see, how many I was able to actually get out of the printed and the solid to make one, which is a lot out of them, but still. I'm going to finish till I have nothing left to do, and then I can have a stockpile and then start buying them. Because if I buy them when they're 30% off, then I can get them I can get like $10 worth. I get like 3 of them. I need to go get some more, but I just don't have the resources right now. The one thing I do want to get, my dad always on the 4th of July dressed up in his Navy uniform, and I want to get a little sailor's uniform for somebody. So I have to get that too. I have to get a couple other things for next month, but I'll do that tomorrow. I thought y'all would like to see this beautiful, stunning sunset. And you know what? If you're watching this and on the replay, don't turn down the volume all the way, but if you want to turn down the volume a little bit and just watch it. I may try to put a little bit. I could download this, maybe a little shaky, but I could still download it and do a time lapse or speed up so you guys can see it, because it's been absolutely beautiful. If I'd had my little stand, I would have been able to put my little stand so it wasn't so shaky. I didn't think it was going to be this pretty. But I think I will do come out here one time on the sunset and just do almost like a time lapse and then put it to music. I think it would be really pretty. I have to pay attention to when the sunset is. If I put my chair like right there, like a little chair right there, and just aim the camera there and just do a time lapse, it would be absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. So I have to pay attention to that. We can always change it. If the sun is coming over here, then I'll set my chair here and we'll look at the sunset behind us. We'll see what temperature it is. Probably at least on Saturday. For sure I'll come out. But it's just so pretty. Just thought the birds were chirping and everything. So anyway, but I thought I'd come live for a few minutes. I'm going to stay till the sun sets because it's just absolutely, it's just been beautiful. Hopefully you have been enjoying it because it's just been gorgeous to watch. Ohio sunset. One of these days I want to go. Well, the problem is I'd love to sit at Mount Cheese, well, the sunset, because that would be absolutely stunning. But Mount Cheese is you can only stay there till dusk. Now Josh got a little bit, I think he got a drone. It's not a very expensive drone, but he got one because he wanted to go take it to places like Mount Cheese and, film stuff. I'm like, okay. So that reminds me to make another phone call tomorrow on my to-do list. For sure. That just beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Birds are chirping. I just really hope we don't get bad storms this year. But after the winter we had snow the other day. It was crazy. I know. It's just beautiful. I just hope we don't have a bad. I don't know. I just have a. If I can sleep through rainstorms, where it just like rains, when it starts thundering and the wind starts going, I don't care what time of day it is. I'm up. I'm up and ready to go. I cannot sleep. Josh has slept right through it. Christina loves thunderstorms. I do not like them. The winds come. I'm like you. 90 degrees. If you put exclamation point weather 44907, you'll see what degree it is here. I know. I'd love them too if it wasn't for the, I don't mind the thunderstorms, lightning, but when you put possible tornadoes with it, and there used to not be tornadoes in Ohio, but it's just changed a little bit. No, exclamation point weather 449, exclamation point weather space 44907. I'll tell you what degree it is here. I just, the problem is that I think it's Tornado Alley has changed. Hi, the source. Welcome on in. We're looking at the beautiful sunset in Ohio, and I will plan. Probably won't be till maybe May. That would be a nice time to do it because it wouldn't be too hot. But I'll get with you. Oh, thank you for being a member very much. Thank you very much. We'll go into Kingwood Center maybe in May. That'll be after after everything is kind of going through with upcoming stuff, and right before I get to be a grandma. It's 56, so it's really beautiful. Oh yes, it was snowing. We had snow on Monday. I went outside and showed you all. It was snowing Monday. And then, of course, we had the meteorite go near Akron and so forth. And then we had snow on the ground. It stuck. You could not see the ground on Tuesday morning. And I did film on the way to Josh's doctor, but apparently it didn't work. Oh, thank you very much for sending the 4-leaf clover, the source. And I will be back in. I kind of went through a little bit of a bout of just having to kind of step away for a little bit from a lot of things. And I also have found out, with me anyway, that I had this project of these soap caddies to get done. We've got several that want to put them in stores and so forth. I have a lady in Georgia that wants to try out 10. I'm going to see if I can work something out with her to share with you all. I've got a gentleman in our area that goes and does good things for us in our area, so I'm giving him some. I've got 2 or 3 other stores. I'm going to see if they'll take some. So and I've got a gentleman in our area that I'm giving the soap caddy to that wants to do an interview with us. I'll be putting it on the channel. It'll be a whole professional interview with Mom and Christina and myself and everything, and our history in Mansfield. But the thing is that I found out if I play on my phone and I'm not like have a movie on the television, then I find out that I sit there with Facebook. I love the way at night sometimes this girl's brain stops is by just scrolling through the Facebook reels. And what'll happen is I'll sit there and I'll go, oh, an hour's gone by. Well, that's 2 soap caddies that could get done. And so I've had to say, and if I'm in chats, that I'm not focusing on what needs to get done. I'm focusing on other things. So I have to be off the phone. It has to be down. The TV has to be on. I cannot, or I will just sit there going, oh, an hour's passed, and I could have gotten 2 soap caddies. And I did the foolish thing of doing like 65 of that one color soap caddy for the event that we have next month, because that's the favors. And I didn't finish them. I finished them, but I didn't sew in the ends. And so what I've been doing is like I've been making a soap caddy or 2 and then finishing 2 of the other soap caddies. I think I have like 28 left to finish. So I've just said to myself, from now on, when you finish a soap caddy, you finish it all the way. That way you're not having to go back and do like 20 sewing in the ends kind of thing. I'm not doing that again. And the ones that I've had to sew in the ends, they've got to get done by next month. Or actually by the end of this month. And then I had a blanket that had to be finished. I had another blanket that I did this morning that had to be sewn in the ends. I've got another one that has to sew in the ends and then has to sit for the glue to cure. I use a little glue to make sure the ends aren't going anywhere. And then I have towel caddies for the prizes that we're giving away. They have to be finished. The buttons have to be sewn on. And I have 2 that are going into one of the stores. So I need to get that ready for next week so we can take the soap caddies up there to try. So, and then I've got to start decorations. And I'm like, oh, guys, this month is going to be, you're going to get what you're going to get from this girl. That's pretty much what it is. I've decided that. I literally have got to start a list for myself to say, okay, this is what you need to do. This is what you've done. Or this is what's done, this is what you have to finish. Otherwise, I'm going to get all lost. I've got those boxes to do that have to go on the tables. I have to do those. I have making a little memory board of people that aren't here So I've got to do that little thing. I've got something else that needs to get done. So my mom is putting stickers on the Hershey Kisses. I've got to find some stuff in the garage that I need for it. So we had to wait till it warmed up because it was way too cold. So next week we'll do that. I've got that diaper thing to do, but I have to wait till after Easter to do that one. So there's just a lot. Like I said, I got to sit down and just say, okay, I've done this, like every little thing, what's done that I can, do, and then I can go from there. So, and I have to build in days for days when I'm just not up to it, where my fibromyalgia is just not having it. I'm doing pretty good today, except my sciatic nerve and me are really not seeing eye to eye, but, what can you do? Oh, another thing that I'm going to start doing too a little bit is going on Facebook and doing some lives from there, because I got Mom approved for Facebook stars from there. So I wanted to try that out a little bit and do some and see if we get any stars from there. So, and I did not re-sign up for Streamlabs. I decided I need to get back to Blessings Through Connection, which I'm really going to have to kind of, after April is kind of over with, the whole thing, May, I'm going to start doing them about 5 days a week, and we're just going to plow through that and get that one up and running and get that, I want to get that, get the subscriber count and the watch hours all done before I have to roll over. So I want to get that one up, but I just can't deal with it right now, but that's okay. But I can still do that on the free plan. I want StreamYard back, but I can't afford it right now. So we'll just have to wait on StreamYard. And right now I've been doing a lot of lives from my phone. I said, that's just going to have to do. And eventually we'll get back to StreamYards. I am doing a live with Sandy. If you could put exclamation point, I can't talk tonight. Exclamation point keeper. I am doing a live with my other's keeper, Kim. I think it's next week. It's not this week, because she wanted me this week, but it's going to be next week. It was supposed to be tonight, but it's not. It's going to be next week. So she's doing something next week. So, and Alfonso, if you're on here, I did talk to somebody in our church, and I may be able to get you a hymnal. I can't promise, but I may be able to do that. So if you're still listening, see what I can do. So there's just a lot going on. There's a lot. So anyway, but it's just beautiful. But I need to come out here and do like a time loop of the whole thing. So we're just going to be doing, I don't have any blankets. Well, I have blankets to do. Let me correct my thing. Hi, Juan. Welcome on in. I have blankets to do. We've been watching the sunset, so you may want to go back and rewatch this after we're done, because the sunset has been spectacular to watch. We've been just watching it come down. It's about 56 degrees out. I just love the clouds tonight. They're just so pretty. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. I was saying something now. I forgot what I was saying. Shoot. Nuts. I have blankets to do. You too, Source. Thank you for coming on in. I have blankets to do. Unfortunately, I don't have the amount. I have the lady who walks her dog. I desperately want to do a dog blanket for her. She has 2 dogs, and she loves dogs. And then the other one, I want to do the teapot blanket for my mother, but different colors than I did for Christina's mother-in-law, because my mother loves tea. And I have my friend of mine she was my godparents' granddaughter. She came up for the wedding. She's such a sweetheart. And I really want to, her son's getting married, And I really wanted to, I told her I wanted to make her son a blanket. So I have her son to make a blanket for her. And I want to make a blanket for someone else too. That there's this lady, her name is Haley, and she's got dwarfism, but she just, sometimes when you feel like you just need a little smile on your face, she just puts a smile on your face. She's funny, and she just kind of like whatever's going on, she just makes it happen. And so, anyway, but she's one that if I have the extra funds, I may do. But those are the three that I would really like to do. The first one would be for my cousin. I consider her a cousin. And the other one would be for the lady here and then my mother. But it costs like $56 to do a blanket, so I can't do that right now. So I'm going to just be soap caddies. I'm really trying to use up all the yarn I have for right now when it comes to soap caddies. I'm trying to use up all the yarn I have. I know I had more yarn, or at least I thought I had more yarn, but maybe I've gone through it and didn't realize it. I thought like before Christmas I bought some more, but maybe I've used it. I don't know. I can't find it. I thought I got more stuff, and I don't know. I can't find it. So I'm not going to, if I find it, I find it kind of thing. But I'm just using up every bit of soap caddy, every bit of cotton yarn I have that I can crochet with. I'm using it for soap caddies. Every bit. And then we'll see if these do well. I'm thinking they're going to do well. Everybody that I give them to just absolutely loves them. And they come back for another one. They're like, can I have another soap caddy? They all love them. I mean, the lady at our church is like, everyone should have one because, they just love the soap caddy. A few new videos out right now. Well, that's awesome. I'll have to look at that. But it's kind of like I want to, everybody loves them. So I'm hoping they'll do well. I think they're really going to do well, especially as we go into April and especially as we go into May, going into some of these stores, people that want to maybe put a Mother's Day basket. I think they're really going to do well for the lady that does that whole thing, her mystery bag boxes. I think they're going to do really good in there. I think she's really we'll work something out. She'll get it. If anybody wants something like that for that, that's good though. She's been working a lot on stuff. That's awesome. We will work with people that want our soap caddies for that kind of stuff, or for brands, or for companies, or what have you, for events, wedding, graduation, baby shower, baby gender reveal, and all that kind of stuff. We will work on pricing with you. We have certain pricing for people. Because to me, it's not only about that, but it's exposure. So, gets our word out. Yep. I said I'm doing them that's why I chose when I do the favors for this upcoming event. I knew exactly what favors I was going to do. I said I wish when Christina got married I had done the soap caddies. It'd have been a heck of a lot easier. But I didn't know about them at the time. But, I mean, just think about it. It would be great for if you were doing a gender reveal party to be able to reach out to us, have us do, either them in all one color, blue or pink, or blue and pink and something really colorful on the top. And be able to have everybody have them all. We'd all prepare them and put them in a plastic bag and sealed and everything so nobody would know what they were, prior, and mail them to you. And then you hand everybody one, and, they all go 1, 2, 3, and you all open them, and everybody shows, what the color is. Whether it's a boy or a girl, I think it'd be an awesome idea. Then everybody gets to take it home with them and think of a really special moment in their, sons, daughters, sisters, brothers, whoever's having the baby, friends' lives. They get to take them home and use them And every time they do, they're going to be thinking of a really special moment that they had. I think it's an awesome idea. Or somebody is going to have a wedding to be able to have them there. They're going to be, every time they use them, they're going to think, oh, I got this when I went to so-and-so's wedding. What a special moment. Or if you have a company and you have certain brand colors that we could put together, you know, and you hand them, you know, that, and we can work on like, I mean, we do our own little thing for the top that of course says Blessed to Crochet, but if we can do an own custom thing, you know, on the top, but you know, what if you were able to have for your company and, you know, you had a small company and you were able to hand it out. I mean, to me, if your information was on there and you had your brand colors and you were able to hand that out, that to me is better than a business card, because they're not going to throw it out. And every time they use it, you know, with the soap, they're going to be thinking, oh, I got that from so-and-so. You know, or a bridal shower or your bridal party. I mean, or, yep, absolutely. They don't last forever. The lady at our church had one for about 2 years, and then she said, mine's on, I need a new one. I've used mine, but I need a new one. So they're not going to last forever, but they're going to last for a period of time. And they're going to just be something that somebody's going to have for a little bit to remember that. And, you know, it's not going to be there forever, but it's going to be there for a little bit. Or if you're a soap caddy, or not a soap caddy, a soap company that makes handmade soaps, you could reach out to us and we can do something, and this could be an added on gift. Or what if you do like gift baskets, you know, for people, like spa baskets and gift baskets and so forth. You can put these into the gift baskets. There's so many things. Like I said, they don't last forever, but you know, like I said, she washed hers, she used hers for about 2 years, and then she said, oh, it's time for a new one. But, and if you had different people in your house, you could have them so you have different colors, and that's that person, and that's that person, and so forth. So it's just, and they're great. We love our soap caddies, and we love using the what is it, Amish farm soap. In my last video we did from yesterday, I put the affiliate link for the Amish farm soap. Great soap through Amazon, but Amazon affiliate. So tomorrow or Saturday, we're going to do that lace project that I talked about. We're going to try to figure out how to do that. Whether I can do it any good, I don't know, but we'll give it a try. But we'll be doing that. Just so pretty. I just thought I'd show y'all. I thought I needed some time just to come out and sit and hear the birds chirping. Sometimes we need to just, if I don't watch it, my mind just starts racing and racing and racing. I don't need it racing. The sun is almost setting, and I'm going to go in a minute. But I needed some time just to come out, and I thought, well, I got to go back to Soap Caddy world. Crochet, crochet, crochet. Tomorrow when I get up, I went through my yarn today a little bit when I got up, and I finished that one blanket when I got up and had my coffee. But tomorrow I'm going to really work on, I want to finish the towel caddies. I did the thing I need for the top of the towel caddies. Took the ones off that I hadn't took it off the rack yesterday, and I got them all in the bags. I have more hanging up, ready to put more bags. It's a never-ending cycle. My ear's been like clogged. I think it's just the allergies happening. Slowly unpopping, but it's been annoying. You know, I think to myself, I've thought of Florida lately. I don't know why, but I don't miss Florida. I really don't. I don't miss the heat. I don't miss the heat. I don't miss the the beaches. I don't miss any of that. I love Ohio. I really do. I really, really love Ohio. There's just something about Ohio that's just always drawn me. I always feel like it's my home. You know, my heart's always been here. I'm glad my mom moved to Florida because then I wouldn't be here because that's where she met my dad. But there's just something about Ohio. It just has always felt like from day one when we used to come up here to see my namesake, like it was always home. Especially here where we live now. That's where my mom was raised. She came over from Scotland. She was 4 months old, was raised here. It just always makes me feel like it's home. Yeah, they do. There's actually one pizza place that we went to recently. It's called, what is it called now? I can't remember it. I can't remember what it is. It's a pizza place, and it's in the Amish country. And man, do they have delicious pizza. Really, really good pizza. I mean, I said it was one of the best crust I've ever had. Delicious, delicious pizza. So, yes, they've got good pizza. They've got good food. And I don't know. I mean, I lived in Cincinnati for many, we moved to Cincinnati in 2019. And of course, I miss my nieces and nephews like crazy. But I don't know. I have no desire to ever live in a big town. I don't ever want to go down. I have no desire to go back to South Florida. Never. The farthest she'll ever get me is Jacksonville, St. Augustine, and Orlando. They've talked about it. Of course, Josh said it wasn't true, but there were some saying that they were going to build a Disney in Ohio. It's like, great, then I never have to go down to Florida. I don't know what they would do in the middle of winter. That's something I don't quite know how that would work. But anyway, I may go down the road to Orlando with my grandkids just to take them like my grandparents did with me way down the road. But that's about all I'll go. I'd love to go back to Helen, Georgia. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful is Helen, Georgia. But, we go down to Cincinnati. We've gone down to Columbus, Indiana isn't bad because it's still like this hometown kind of feel. It's kind of still a small town feel. But we've gone down to Cincinnati and it's like, this is just, Josh, like, I can't wait to get out of here. So, but we will be going to Columbus, Ohio, pretty soon here, because his uncle wants to take us to Smith's, where we went originally, and I have to still put that video together. Guys, that place is so good. The food is delicious, and he's still raving about it. But we're trying to see if Christina wants to come along. So, anyway, but we're trying to see about going down there, coming up here soon. So we got that, but anyway, oh goodness, Lord have mercy on my back. My sciatic nerve has not liked me today. It's been a little sore. Just a little sore. Wonder how many trees we lost in that big wind we had. That big wind, it looks like we did lose a couple trees. You can see some of them. I think one of them like fell over there. But it's certainly beautiful. Not trying to make anybody dizzy. There you go. Anyway, so I'm going to go inside. I needed a break from soap caddy making, and I wanted to show you that beautiful sunset we just watched. But guys, you know what? Be proud of being you. Everybody else is taken. There's nobody else. And stand tall in that. You guys are amazing, and I love you all. Hopefully you've enjoyed just hearing me chit-chat, watching the sunset. Thank you, Source, for the gems. We appreciate it. That, of course, all goes to Mama. But going to go back inside. I'm going to watch a movie I have been craving to watch. If you all haven't seen it yet, it's like $4 to rent it. I should just buy it, but I've never had the money to buy it. Probably at $10 to buy it. But if you've ever watched it, Fly Away Home, I should buy it under Amazon, but it costs like $10. But Fly Away Home, you've never seen that movie. I've seen that over and over again, and there's just something about that movie that I just love with the geese. I don't know what it is. But if you haven't seen it, you've got to see it. It is based on a true story. I'll find something to watch. Maybe I'll watch Elvis. Who knows? I'll find something. But if I put my phone on or in chats, I'm going to get distracted and won't get done what needs to get done, because I got to move past. I got to build up the stock and move past the soap caddy, because I have a laundry list of other things to do. Yeah, through Prime you can. But I think it costs like $4 to rent it, and it's like $10 to own it. And I should just buy it one of these days. But if you've never seen Fly Away Home, watch it. You're not going to be disappointed. When I did Spring is in the Air a couple of shorts ago, the Fly Away Home song was in there. And I just love the movie. And the fact that it's based on a true story. I also like Secretariat. Love that movie. So I watched one the other day. It was called Red, because I thought on my phone, I'm not going to focus. Redwood Trail. The Redwood Trail. It was a nice movie. Not one for scary movies. I like good movies. Another one that's really good, it's just funny, is, now I'm going to forget it now. New in Town. That one's a really good one too. But if you haven't seen Stay Away Home or Fly Away Home, watch it. It's a really good movie. So guys, I'm going to go inside. Soap caddy duty again. I've got to continue keep going and make sure that I can get these all sewn up so that the other ones are ready for what needs to get done. So with that being said, y'all, love y'all. We'll try tomorrow or Friday or Saturday to come on and finish the lace little project, but I may do it for Saturday so it gets some time in the system. So with that being said, everybody, love y'all. Have a great night. Remember to be proud of being you, because everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We have you covered, and thank you so much for having us covered. And we'll be back out here very shortly. Maybe we'll try to come out tomorrow night. And just sit, work on soap caddies, and look at the beautiful sunset in the pond now that it's getting a little warmer. And we hope that the storm stays away. Storms throughout the spring and summer, stay away from everybody, right? No storms. Rain, yes, no storms. Love y'all. Bye-bye, everybody. Stay safe. And thanks for having us covered. Bye-bye.